Hey guys, welcome back to the Insurance Agent Podcast. I'm your host, Craig Gerald.
I'm your co-host, James.
And the goal of this podcast is to really help you navigate the muddy waters of marketing in your insurance business. There's a lot of directions to go out there. And what we try to do every week, every episode, is help you dial it in a little bit more so that you can take your marketing into your own hands. And this week, we're going to talk about the power of video and utilizing YouTube. We talked last week about maybe diving into some specific platforms. This week, we're going to talk about YouTube and what you can do with video to make your YouTube channel, and just use video to get more leads in, attract more people to you, because that's what marketing's all about. It's all about attracting people to you and your business. I had a coach one time. He said, if you're not attracting people to you, then you're repelling people away from you. So we got to attract them in.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about video for a second. Everybody has a smartphone. Everybody has a camera on their computer. Like, there's no reason not to be putting video content out there. I think the biggest reason people don't put video content out there is because they're scared of the camera, or they're afraid that they're not going to be perfect. So that keeps people from getting in front of a video camera, holding up that phone and doing a selfie. But really, that's one of the most powerful tools that you have, that you use every day, because, when you're just putting words out there, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. A video's got to be worth 10,000, a million. I don't know, because, it's all about becoming an authority in your space. And if you have video content that people can access and see based on things they search, that's why we're going to talk about YouTube. I mean, that's how I use my YouTube channel to attract agents who are looking for IUL leads or an IUL system.
And how is that work for you? Like, you've been able to get that work pretty well, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I have several videos that talk about IUL leads, IUL lead generation, and agents call me every week looking for an IUL solution.
Too. That's like not even with ads push into it.
Exactly. Those are organic videos that people find because they're searching into Google, how to generate IUL leads, IUL lead sources, things like that. I pop up on YouTube, and that's how YouTube can be a powerful tool for you, because not only are your videos out there, but YouTube videos show up in search results on Google for specific search terms and keywords.
Mm-hmm.
And it's evergreen. You post a YouTube video out there, it could be 8 years old, but it's still going to show up on YouTube or on Google if it's relevant,
Especially if it's such a niche like idea, right? It's like IUL insurance. It's so easy to rank high on that in YouTube search results. Way easier than Google SEO. Google SEO, you got to be super adamant about it. You got to be doing backlinks, blogs all the time. YouTube, you just make a solid video that actually provides educational content. It'll show up on top of results pretty easily. And like Craig said, evergreen. Like, the least amount of views it'll ever have is the day you post it. It'll just continue to grow and organically. So YouTube's just crazy powerful. It's kind of, it takes you by like, wow, this actually works. Like, you post your video and you start seeing appointments come in. You're like, dang, I could have done this so much longer ago. Like, and now I'm just doing it. So it's kind of like, get on it now. Do it today. Make a video.
Yeah. And that's how I kind of got started. I'll tell my story in a minute with like how I got comfortable with doing video on camera. But yeah, James is right. I mean, he's the SEO expert. He does a lot of SEO, and the type of reach that you get with YouTube and SEO is so powerful, because you really don't have to do anything very technical to get videos to show up in search results. YouTube kind of handles that automatically. And since it's a Google product, Google owns YouTube. They want YouTube videos to rank that are relevant to what people are searching, because their ultimate goal is to help people find the content they're looking for. That's why SEO rules and guidelines change so much with Google, because they're constantly trying to weed out the people who are doing black hat techniques that are just maybe trying to scam people, or they try to get the most relevant content to the people who are searching for it.
Mhm.
And so with I mentioned a little bit about my YouTube videos and how it's generated calls and leads and clients for me. But especially for people who sell, IULs, permanent life insurance, annuities, or do any type of advanced planning, you're selling a product or service that's going to cost, thousands of dollars a year, or maybe even a month, depending on the client and how much money they can save. So you really need to project yourself as an expert, because these people are having conversations with you. You're trying to get them to save, $1,500 a month into an insurance product. They're going to be Googling, what is an IUL? What is, infinite banking, or be your own bank? And if you have, like, whatever your niche is in insurance, I recommend creating a channel around that niche. I mean, my channel is titled Craig Jarrell because that's me. That's what I do. But your channel could be something like, infinite banking concepts, or tax-free. Like a YouTube channel could be
That all
tax-free
depends.
strategies.
Yeah, it all depends if you want to do like a personal branding approach or like insurance like only approach, where it's like your business.
Yeah,
Like Craig, he's personal branding himself solidly. Like he's serving Costa Rica and doing insurance, and it's just like
that's
a
true.
cool vibe, and people just like instantly trust it because like, damn, I want to live that like that guy. Like, damn, he's serving in Costa Rica, making bank doing insurance. How can I do that? That's why he gets
Yeah.
calls. That's why he sells like madman.
And one of the ways you can do that is by, just making your channel name something related to the product or service that you're selling. So, like, let's take, you know, advanced tax-free strategies, for example. Like, that could be a YouTube name, like a channel name, and then you can make all videos about how permanent life insurance works, how explaining how you take out a loan against the cash value, and then if you don't pay it back, it's covered by the death benefit when you pass away. Because a lot of people don't understand, excuse me, how these permanent life insurance policies work, and they're skeptical because it's new. So how can it be tax free? If you can answer all these questions, everybody knows, at least in the advanced planning space, whatever product you're recommending, your potential clients have questions around what you're selling, especially around permanent life insurance. I mean, you got the Dave Ramseys of the world who say permanent life insurance is a scam, buy term and invest the
Buy
difference.
your house, only cash, like all that. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what people are listening to out here. And so before you ever get on the phone with somebody, you could have a video, countering any objection that they can come up with.
Yeah. Like in the
And that's
funnel, basically, is that what you're saying?
in the what?
In like a funnel, is that what you're saying? Like a video objection?
Not necessarily just on YouTube, like the title, like, cash value
Oh,
life
yeah,
insurance explain.
yeah.
Like, because as you're doing a presentation with a potential client and explaining, you know, the product that you're representing, they got questions coming up in their head. And then after the presentation, you can send them to your YouTube channel where they can learn all about what you just talked about, and find other resources that line up with what you were saying. And all that's going to bring credibility back to you.
And the other
You
thing
know,
is they're seeing your face. Like, say you got competition, like other insurance agents reaching out to this person, and they see your YouTube, they feel connected because they see a face. Like, this has been proven. It's like psychology. Like, if they see your face and they build trust and rapport like that. So that alone is
Exactly.
that makes YouTube so powerful. And yeah, it's huge. The other thing is you might be thinking, oh, it won't be worth it unless I'm getting like 30,000 views on my video, right? Like if I'm getting under 1,000, it's like not even worth it. For example, Craig, like tell me one of the videos that you're getting appointments on and how many views you got on it total.
Let's see, 1.8 thousand. So 1,800 views.
How many appointments do you think you got from that video, like on average?
Well, I launched it 2 months ago. And from that one specifically, I've probably gotten um maybe 10 appointments.
Damn.
So
10 appointments from 1,800 views. That's like not that much. Like you can get more than 1,800 views easily. And if you don't, you're still, if you do your video pretty solid, you get like 10 appointments. What would
yeah,
10 appointments mean to you? Like say close 5 of those. Just think about how much money that YouTube video alone would be bringing you for free, not even pushing ads to it. That
that's
alone
true.
like should be like, all right, I need to get on this now. Like you don't need 30,000 views. You just need like 1,000. Boom, you'll get some results.
Exactly. So yeah, the way you want to set up your YouTube video, you want to have your title that is, I mean, how-to titles are great. Like that video I was talking about, it's how to generate your own IUL leads, DIY IUL lead system. And so anyone looking to generate their own IUL leads, so if they type in, how do I generate my own IUL leads? More than likely my video is going to pop up.
Mm-hmm.
And people are going to YouTube for education. So for example, if somebody's looking for, final expense insurance, one topic could be the best best final expense insurance carrier, or how does final expense insurance work? What are the pros and cons of final expense insurance or burial insurance or funeral insurance? These are the type of things that your potential clients are going to be searching on YouTube or Google. And so if you have a title that's related to what you're selling, say it's burial insurance explained, or how to find the right burial insurance policy.
Basically, the
And then you
title
could do,
what the user would search, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you want a title that's like a question that you've heard over and over from just talking to leads or clients, or an objection that you get, or it could be like, cash value life insurance explained, things like that, where people are trying to figure out what this policy does and why they should get one. So if you have a title related to what you're selling, it's more than likely going to show up when your potential clients are searching that type of stuff on YouTube. And then you have your description. And so I recommend a fairly long description, and you can check out my YouTube channel, Craig Jarrell, and check out some of my my IUL videos, my final expense videos, and look at what kind of description I have in there. It's fairly long, and I have multiple links. I have my email, my phone number, and a link to my calendar. And so anyone who looks at the description is going to find a link to my calendar, and that's how I get, calls booked sometimes, is by that link. And then another thing with YouTube, a lot of people don't know about, is the hashtags. At the end of your description, you can add 3 hashtags, like hashtag, whole life insurance, hashtag infinite banking,
I didn't even
hashtag
know you do that. I
be
thought you
your own bank.
tagged. Interesting.
Yeah, so three hashtags will show up on your video
Mhm.
underneath the title.
Do you know about tags?
Yeah, I
Where
was
you
going to get
put
to
it in? Okay, you're getting into that.
I was going to get to that next. So
Yeah.
when you're posting a video, it's going to have a tags option, and that's where you just put in keywords, um, so that what people search into YouTube, whatever you have in those tags, it's going to be more likely to show up for what you have in the tag. Like, the tag could be whole life insurance, cash value life insurance. What is cash value life insurance? Or what is final expense insurance? What is burial insurance?
And I think
What
you
is
do like
Morgan?
15 to 50 of those in the tags area.
You
Uh,
get 500 characters.
okay.
So whatever you can fit into 500 characters. Usually that's like 30 or 40 tags
Yeah.
typically.
Another thing is it's actually kind of like hidden in a way. It's on the first page of when you're uploading your video, but you gotta like click the drop down more. Whereas
Yeah,
like,
you got to go to advanced.
yeah.
I think it's just advanced or advanced settings. And then it's a good idea to create your own thumbnail, which you can do easily in Canva. I always use Canva.
But it is amazing.
Yeah, because they have a little template. Like you just click the drop down templates of what you want to create, and YouTube thumbnails already in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a YouTube channel banner, so you can create your banner and your YouTube thumbnail in Canva,
Mm-hmm.
and then just upload it. And then you got a custom thumbnail and a banner, which I could work on my banner, but I have, you know, my family's farm in the background, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so you can just check out my channel, Craig Gerald, and look at some of my thumbnails. And maybe we should even post a how-to video on YouTube for agents, like how to set up their YouTube
That'd be
account
cool.
properly. That'd be pretty good. So maybe we'll do that. But once you have the basics set up, then it's all about just producing content. And like, I don't post that much on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok just because I don't know, my marketing mind's always going. I'm always creating copy or working on landing pages or accounts. So I know it could add value, but like the reason I focus on YouTube is because it lives there like forever. Like I have a video I posted, um, let's see, a year ago, 6,600 views, 2021 update IUL lead generation system. And people still find that video and book calls from my calendar. Whereas if I was posting every week, say it was twice a week, that's 104 posts a year. Who's going to see my 90th post from last year on Instagram or Facebook? Nobody.
True. That's a good point. I didn't even think of it like that. Like YouTube's like actually evergreen. Like, keeps pushing under that.
Yeah, like
I guess
as long
it's totally different type of like social media. Instagram, it's like chronological order, which just like gets pushed down. And if they ever were to see that post, they would have to like stalk your Instagram, right?
yeah. And
That's
then
not the case.
you can't even have a link in your description of the post
Oh
on
yeah, you have
Instagram.
to have one link in your bio. That's
You get
it.
one link in the profile and that's it. And that's why, because I get annoyed with having to post every week or like, we're coming back to why you should advertise. It's like instead of coming up with new content all the time, just create something that
Is evergreen,
is
solid.
evergreen and continues to solve a problem, and you're going to continue to get business from it. Now, it's a little tougher as an insurance agent because I think I looked it up one time, there's 1 million agents in the United States. Now, not all of those are life insurance agents or health insurance agents. Everybody kind of has their specialty or what they focus on. But final expense, for example, that's a very common type of agent. There's a lot of people. I mean, I sell some final expense myself, and there's a lot of agents selling final expense out there because it's easier to get into. All the scripts are there with the different carriers or IMOs. It's easy to train someone to sell final expense if they've never sold insurance before, and that's why there's a lot of competition. But a lot of these agents are not putting content out there about final expense. So, I'd say 95% of final expense agents probably aren't creating video content. So
Mhm.
just by starting a channel and posting about final expense insurance, you're going to be ahead of 95% of the other agents out there. And, when you're talking to clients, you can, because not everybody is sold on the first call. Some people have questions, objections. It's like, hey, I get it. You want to think about it. While you're thinking about it, I'm going to email you or text you a link to my YouTube channel, or check out this YouTube video that I just posted last week. It explains, burial insurance and our carrier, and, kind of the pros and cons. And then people are going to watch that video, and it's going to, put a face with the name if you're doing virtual sales. And then it's also going to help them learn something. So they're like, you know what? I like this guy or
Mhm.
this girl.
And the more they
I,
see you, the more they trust you. And I
yeah,
feel like there's another like epiphany that people gotta like realize like as quick as possible. As long as you believe in your product and it's actually gonna help someone's life be better, like get over the epiphany, like the mindset that you are annoying someone by reaching out to them or creating a YouTube video or anything like that. Like create this in the mindset like I am doing this because it's my duty to help these people. I want to show them that I can help them with something they probably don't know anything about. So let's make a video that I can basically let people know what they're missing out on and how I can help them. Like get over the mindset like people don't care, you don't want this. Like do it, just do it and reach out and just what if it does happen instead of thinking like what if it doesn't? Like what if it does work out? So
exactly. Kind of like the world is out to do good things for me instead of the. World is out to get me.
exactly. And the other thing is like I've noticed this to change the way I perceive outreach or making content, right? When someone reaches out to you or you see some video, instead of like digging out or making fun of it, or like being rude to someone that's reaching out to you, be like kind of positive about it. Imagine if it was you that made that, and like take meetings sometimes, like be nice to these people because the way you treat people is how you perceive how you should be treated. So that is going to be a huge epiphany in itself. Like be outgoing and nice to these people reaching out to you. You're going to perceive that to yourself, and your mind's going to be like, I should be treated like that too. So I'm going to create content with that mindset, and people will actually treat you like so. So having that type of energy in your videos, your outreach is going to be huge in itself.
That
So
was deep, bro.
yeah.
That was deep. Good stuff. You know, Perception, how you perceive. Yeah. Like just people sending you videos. What do you think about that? Because
Mhm.
you're going to be doing the same thing with the
Exactly.
prospects
Because if
that
you
you're trying
watch
to
the
sell.
video, you're like, damn, mine sucks too. I'm not gonna do this. Like it's shitty. Instead of like, have that different perception. Perception's everything. So yeah.
Yeah. And, coming back to, I mentioned, how I kind of got comfortable on camera. It was Snapchat
Mm,
early in 2015 or 2016. I was on Snapchat a lot, and I was reading a lot of like self-help, personal development. I was doing a lot of network marketing. So I was like all this stuff I was learning, I was doing selfie videos with my phone, you know, on Snapchat. And I would post stories all the time, like every day. And so I was constantly um on video. And, since there wasn't a lot of people on Snapchat, so I was like, I don't care who sees this. I don't care if I don't sound that great. Because it really it really doesn't matter. There's so much content out there. You put a video, people might be like, and maybe it's not the best video. You might have like one or two haters out there who are like, oh, that video sucks. Like, so what? Who cares?
exactly.
Um, if you
Like
keep like I just kept posting videos until I was like so comfortable, like I could pull up, um, you know, my phone and do a video and just post it on Instagram and not even care if it's that good or bad, because people are going to see it today and they'll forget about it by tomorrow.
Exactly. So you make impact or not. They're going to remember if it's good impact. If it's not, they're probably going to forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, marketing, the goal is to distract people, distract them to have their attention on you, to then know about your product and then purchase. So like, if you think about this, instead of just flicking through TikTok, don't do that. Be the ones that are distracting. So like, basically, if you could take this quote, if you can distract those who are distracted, you will make millions. Unless you are among those who are distracted, you will make nothing. So
Good point.
if you become the one that can distract and take that attention and bring it to you, and you use your time to master that skill, you can make any amount of money you want, basically, like in this day age. But if you're just the one flicking through TikTok, just like mindlessly scrolling, being distracted by like, this crazy video about the Florida hurricanes, or like this puppy dog video, like you're just fully distracted. Like, be the one distracting the people you want to sell to, and you'll attract them to you. So that's another kind of mindset to have when you're making these videos. So
yeah, definitely. And like another good tip is YouTube lets you upload videos that are private. So even if you just get in the habit of like recording videos and talking about your topic or your expertise, whatever product you're focusing on, you can upload it as private, and then it'll still be on your channel, but only you can see it. No one else can see it. So that's a good way to practice, is to go ahead and get in the habit of uploading videos. You can upload them as private. Nobody can see them. And then you can, kind of bounce around ideas, or like do one trial edit. They're like, oh, I didn't like that much. Record it again. I mean, sometimes I have to record videos 3 or 4 times until I feel like I nail it. I'm like, I nailed it. I nailed it.
Another
And
thing with that is get it right, like get it where you feel good about it, but don't let the perfectionist kill you. Like, don't overdo it, or not like be inactive because you're just trying to get it so perfect. Like,
exactly.
there. Like, if you just messed up a little bit, like that's fine. But if you're like trying to perfect so much where you don't actually produce it and like put it out there, that's an issue. So you gotta find that balance.
Yeah, good enough is perfect. Like
Mm-hmm.
Ty Lopez has a good lesson about that in his 67 steps,
Mm-hmm.
which is one of his courses I went through.
Which he was on. He was on that course.
That's true.
Himself.
Not the 67 steps, but the social media marketing course. Yeah, I have a couple of ads training videos in his
It's
course.
hilarious. Before me and Craig met, I actually bought that course. And then after that, I realized he was on the fucking course. It's crazy. Small
Yeah,
world.
that was awesome. That was wild. But yeah, in one of his lessons, he talks about how good enough is perfect. Like, and also like to get started, just get started. Just start with one video per week. And good enough is perfect. Like, if it's pretty good, then it's good enough. And that's perfect.
Mhm.
Don't try to get it perfect before you have to launch it. Otherwise,
You probably won't launch it.
you're gonna be sitting on your hands the whole time, because you can't
It's better.
pull the trigger and launch it. I
And
like
that's
what Zig.
your psyche judging you about if it's going to be good enough, or if others going to make fun of it because you made fun of other people's videos. That's the other thing. Like, once you get past that psyche of judging your own video, because when you judge other people, you're going to judge yourself, and that's going to cause you to try to get it so perfect that you don't even post it. So that's like goes back to that thing I was talking about. Just fucking post it, get it up there. So
Yeah, I like what Zig Ziglar says. He says, we can wait for all the lights to turn green before we head to town, but if we do that, we'll find ourselves sitting right here at home. You can't wait for all the lights to turn green before you go anywhere.
it'll never be the perfect time. It'll never.
There never is going to be the perfect video, perfect time. You just got to launch it, and start with your phone. Get a $15 tripod off of Amazon. I have 2 of them. and just set it up and start talking about your product or service. And then, create your YouTube channel, get your banner and thumbnails created on Canva. And now you can start kind of your brand of authority. And it doesn't even have to be connected to your name or your business name or your, company or IMO. It could just be like, I even suggest making it like a resource. Like if you're focusing on mortgage protection, make your channel titled mortgage protection strategies. If it's final expense, burial insurance solutions, if it's advanced planning or cash value life insurance, it could be tax-free strategies or advanced tax-free something that when somebody sees that channel name, it's more of a resource as opposed to like the name of a company, for example. And then not only will people start to find that and learn from you, and then if you have the, your contact information, maybe a link to your calendar, you'll probably get some people asking about, those different insurance products. I had it happen the other week. Like, I don't even have a video about, like explaining the IUL, but I had a guy from Texas actually book a call on my calendar who wanted an IUL and as a customer. So I got with one of my partners and we did a presentation and actually did an application on him, and we're going to see if we can get him a policy. And this was a guy who he heard about cash value life insurance, and like the tax-free strategies. He was researching on Google, found me, and then booked him call on my calendar. And he's like, he gets it. He's done the research. He's like, I want to be able to withdraw money in retirement tax-free. And so we're helping him set that up. So, but it starts with just getting your channel, focusing on the content, the products, the solutions that you help solve for people, and then just putting it out there. And once you have that in place, you have a few videos, then you can start using it in your follow-up strategy. You can use the Alpha Agent CRM to send out texts and emails with links to your YouTube video.
Exactly. And then the calendar, like you need a calendar. Like, don't do this without a calendar. Like, you're way past if you're not using a calendar. Like, sign up for a free trial. Alpha Agent, $47 a month. You got a solid freaking calendar with follow-ups and everything.
That's right. We'll get you a calendar set up.
Use Calendly, but like, why not use an insurance-focused CRM that has everything you would ever need? Funnels, calendars, text messages, emails, everything all in one pretty little package. And Craig himself shows you how to fucking do it from start and how to put ads up. And you like technically you get ads pushing leads to you within like a couple days. We're trying to get it where you can get ads up within like an hour of taking the course. So, but yeah.
Yeah. So once you have those links to the YouTube videos, like, yeah, you can use them as part of your follow-up system. And like, hey, John, I noticed you just, filled out some information about burial insurance. Check out this video I recorded explaining, the pros and cons of burial insurance, or check out this video where I explain the cash value portion of burial insurance. Because people like to learn about that, even though they're small policies. There is still cash value that builds up that they could essentially borrow against and use, and people like that little extra mile of touch to help explain and understand what exactly they're looking into and purchasing. So, that was the goal of this podcast, this episode, to just talk about the power of video, getting comfortable recording videos. And then really, the best place to start is starting a YouTube channel.
today.
Like, just go ahead and start your YouTube channel, come up with your concept, even if it's just your name. Your channel is your name, and you're just like, because you're an expert in this space and
Yeah.
an authority. If you're selling in insurance, you got the license, you went through the study materials, you're doing the training every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know the ins and outs of these policies and these products. So put that out there and let people learn from you, because if people learn and trust you, then they'll buy from you. They'll want to work with you. But like, man, I saw this guy on YouTube, you know, like David Duford. I mean, he's huge in the final expense space. And he
Basically,
has
like from this video, like it should be like get started on a YouTube channel. There's not barrier entry. Like use your phone, take a video of you talking, create the channel, just put a name up, go to Canva, make your little thumbnail and your banner. It's free. I'm pretty sure it's free. Put it up there, boom, post a video. Do it weekly. And you might be very, very surprised at the results you get, and just keep doing it. Get yourself a calendar. And that's basically what you should take from this video. Just like act now. Don't do it tomorrow. Tomorrow never.
Yeah. And the key is to be consistent, at least with the organic. Because I do have a couple of my videos running as ads just at $6 a day, but through the Google Ads platform, you can actually advertise any YouTube video that you create and put it in front of people searching for specific keywords, things like that. That's what we can teach you how to do as well. But there's also a lot of video content out there about how to set up a YouTube ad. So you can take your organic video, run it as a YouTube ad, and that's kind of where I was getting with this, creating your channel and organic content is, once you have a couple of videos that are doing well organically, you can run that video as an ad through the Google Ads platform and get that video in front of even more people. And, that's how you get one video in front of a lot. And so many people are going to see that. And then if there's a good call to action, you can just link it to a landing page or your calendar and start getting leads from YouTube. And I mean, you could spend as little as like $5 or $6 a day and just have that video getting in front of people. I have one video that has like 20 something thousand views because I just kept running it as an ad for $6 a day, and it just kept getting in front of people, So that's something we can teach you how to do, or you can learn on YouTube how to set up a YouTube ad. But once you get in the habit, it's great to take some videos that are working well, or one video, and try it as an ad, because then you're going to reach a whole new audience, of people searching similar keywords to what your video is related to. That's going to help them find you even more.
Yeah.
So with that, I think we'll
It's a wrap.
wrap up this episode on YouTube and video marketing. I mean, we barely tipped the iceberg of advertising with video.
We're already at like a 40-minute little podcast here.
That's probably another video for a different day. I mean, we don't want to do a 2-hour podcast. But just reach out to us if you have any questions about advertising on YouTube or setting up your channel.
Or even if you want to hop on the podcast for an interview, let us know.
That's true. We're going to bring agents on and talk about their marketing experience and things like that. So we got a lot coming down the pipeline, and we still have our 12-day follow-up offer available. There will be a link in the YouTube video or the podcast where you'll be able to find a link where you can download our 12-day follow-up system. And, that's just something you can either do manually or use, a software like our Alpha Agent CRM, where you can, load contacts into that follow-up system as soon as they become a lead. And then they're going to be followed up with for 12 days.
That is personalized as well. So
yeah,
it's personalized to the name and what they're interested in.
And also
powerful.
in the next 2 weeks, we're working on a lead revival campaign where you can drop old leads, activate them. So we'll keep you posted on that as well. But for now, just click the link and get that 12-day follow-up, or head over to alphaagentcrm.com/get-started, and you can sign up for our free trial or get the IUL system. So just let us know, and we will see you on the next episode.
Next week.
Alpha Agent CRM Insurance Agent Podcast. All right. See y'all later.
All right.